So we are into machine vision going slowly. I have even kept in the message stating that there are a few more people who haven't yet submitted the assignment. Maybe they may have to forego the marks. Each and every mark counts for your total marks. So keep that in mind and try to submit by Saturday, failing which I will not have any other choice of awarding zero for that assignment. So anyway, robo vision is also being called as computer vision, machine vision. It is an important sensor technology. Basically, if you try to consider the definition for it, it tries to extract, characterize, and interpret information from the images of a three-dimensional world. And altogether, three functions are there: sensing, digitizing, sensing and digitizing, image processing and analysis, and applications. And of course, in image processing, you have got pre-processing, segmentation, description, recognition, interpretation. These are all the various stages that are all associated. This is an image format wherein this layout is going to give you the interdependency of one with respect to the other. So the functions, three functions, which are all being coming under the second. So under that, if you try to refer under machine vision, it is all those three functions are interdependent. Their dependency can be understood from here. So that interdependency has been understood in the earlier sketch, slide number. And this particular one is trying to give us some more informations like sub-classifications under each and every aspect. And of course, if you try to refer the sensing and digitizing function, of course, it is going to take the image or data with the support of a camera, and of course, pertaining to a scene of interest, and that should be with sufficient contrast for further processing. Unless otherwise, your image is actually having with sufficient level of contrast, it is not possible for us to understand what type of data is available in that. And later on, that image is going to be digitized and stored in the computer. And such a kind of image is being referred as frame of vision data. So frame, something like a general word photo frame. So the data pertaining to the digitized data pertaining to the image is also being referred with another term called frame of vision data. And the device what has been used to capture that information is actually being referred as frame grabber. It is trying to grab the frame. Okay, so many number of frames are going to be there in a fixed time interval. So with the predefined time span, maybe a number of frames are going to be collected against a particular predefined time span. We will see a small graph that is trying to give us a clarity on that. We may normally have a query that what that particular frame is going to have. That's going to have a matrix of data, because you are going to have, it is something like a sort of maybe your screen, whatever you are viewing, except LCD, graph sheet having vertical and horizontal lines. At all those intersection points, imagine that you have got pixel. So in the graph sheet, the space is actually 1 mm or 1 inch. But here, more and more is the resolution you are aiming at. More and more are the number of pixels that can be accommodated, closely packed. The information, whatever is available with that particular pixel, like intensity, location, color, all the data is going to be referred as a data. So your matrix, your frame is going to have matrix of pixels, and at each and every pixel there is certain set of data. All that particular data together is going to be referred as matrix of data. And of course, that frame is going to deal with the projection of the scene that has been sensed by the camera. And it has been clearly stated in these lines that elements of the matrix are called the picture elements or pixels, and the number of pixels are basically determined, or that depends basically on the sampling process. Normally, a single pixel is nothing but the projection of a small portion of light intensity for that element of that scene. So, pixel you can digest. Okay, so each pixel intensity is converted to a digital value. That is what is finally the information is going to be converted into the form of data. Such a digitized image matrix for each frame is stored and then subjected to image processing and analysis functions for data reduction and interpretation of the image. See, there are various techniques that are all being adopted for the sake of reducing the data that need to be handled. Say, you might have an image, but our focus at an instance is going to be only to a small portion of that entire image. It is something like you might have a group photo, you might be searching for a particular person. Means your focus is going to be only to a particular person. Your eyes are going to be indexed from person to person. That is how the meaning over here is. Okay. So for the sake of that, what we try to do is instead glancing at the image just like that, we will go on focusing our attention to a particular person, person by person. It goes on. That is how your eyes are going to show its focus at the time of identifying a particular person, only one at a time. Anyway, some general techniques what normally a human being works with. So those things have been